Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us.
These are Fickles. Those are Jickles.
All right. You can hear the pickle talk going on in the background right now.
Unreal, those ones right there. I'm going to try those in a minute.
We are back. It is Sunday, Labor Day weekend.
Thank you, local union.
I am incredibly hungover. They name hurricanes. They should name hangovers like this. Like this should have this should have a name to it. Like all the things that like come with a bad hangover, like can't regulate your body temperature,
Vicious shakes.
You feel like your life is in general is a mess, not only just your hangover. I actually had a girl I was dating at one point. Not dating, like whatever. This girl in college, and I had I was trying to put sugar in my coffee, and I couldn't get the sugar to the coffee, and she had to do it for me, and that was the last I ever saw of that girl.
I watched a guy who was severely hungover. He had the shakes big time, and he was trying to pour an Amstel Light into a glass, and it shattered.
Oh, yeah.
Shattered.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's shit you can't make up.
No.
I get him looking back, like look, like this is me trying to like hold that, like,
Oh, yeah.
like it sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You start reasoning with God.
oh dude, I'm making
Why do
deals.
I
Like,
do
please let this go away, and I'll never drink again.
I've been making deals all
and
morning.
God's like, you're lying.
Yeah,
It's not true.
you have cried wolf far too many times, my friend. So, anyways, yeah. So, good weekend, great weekend so far. Weather's
Awesome.
been great.
Yeah.
You and I, Fitzy, went to Treehouse yesterday.
Yep.
We met up with Matt West,
Corker.
We had Kev Marr with us.
We did.
Oh, that's such a good time already.
Yeah,
It is.
We had Kev Marr. And we had Jay McGrath, one of my favorite humans in the business.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got some man hands.
McGrath?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. McGrath.
Like, I understand, like, I'm a plumber, but I got, like, fucking Palm Olive hands compared to him.
Oh, he's got some real hands.
He's got some fucking grunge to him.
Yeah. It was a great time. And the funny thing was that, like, we've talked about this before, how, like, Fitzy's very easy to recognize, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling Maggie the story. I'm like, all of a sudden, like, these dudes come over to Fitzy and McGrath, like, they're like, fucking, like, they recognize him from the beef page. And they were up here from Florida.
Yeah, Tampa.
This dude's got, like, a big barbecue page.
Barbecue following, yeah.
Yeah, he's, like, kind of like Craig.
Oh, shit.
And they were just up here to beef.
Yeah, they were doing a huge beef tour.
Yeah.
They had Jamie's, Bella's, Pete's, Londy's.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's
The
awesome.
whole
Yeah.
weekend they were just doing that. And then they hit Baldwin Bar in Woburn. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Heard about it.
It's awesome. Great food and unbelievable drinks.
Heard about
But
it.
they were all fanboying hard. They were all over.
They loved it. And you know what I loved about it is, like...
Imagine if Mac...
We kind of love that shit, though.
I love it.
No, you know why I loved it? Is like they didn't like. I'm not on the page really, the big
Yeah.
page. If I do, maybe I'm in a review with one of you guys usually. So I'm not like somebody you would recognize from there. And I was just like loving it. They were like, "Could you guys take a picture?" And like they have no interest in me at all. It was great. I was like, "This is." I said to Maggie, "I'm
Hey,
like,
hey, fanboy, can you take the picture?
yeah, Fitzy was." But they seem like great guys, right?
They were awesome. I think they were all of them were great. If Beefy Smalls was there,
Yeah.
they would have come their pants.
Oh, they would have.
guarantee
They
it.
would have. They would have.
Dude, that's why I asked you guys what time you guys are headed there because, well, I'll talk about it in a minute, but I had a wedding yesterday. I was the best man, and I had to be there at 1, and, like, the wedding didn't take off until 6.
Oh, yeah,
It
it's
takes guys 15 minutes to get ready.
It's nothing.
It's a long day.
So we were there all
Hair
day.
and makeup for the
They,
women.
they were there at 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand why they have to be there, but I was like, I want to watch college football, dude. You know?
Yeah, I mean, by the way, how about fucking Dion?
Buddy, shutting the haters up.
Unreal, huh?
Shutting the
Unreal.
haters up.
I was so
I
like.
was one of them, too. I said, there's no way they're beating TCU. No way.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think so either. I mean, but I was telling Fitzy on the ride. I took an Uber home with Tommy from Nate's, and like I was so drunk that I'm like I just shouldn't talk, like because he's like you're a disgrace, like you are a fucking disgrace. Like I'm like what a great parent I am. You know what I mean?
Well, you took the Uber.
Well, yeah.
Setting
I
the
mean,
example.
Yeah, exactly. I'm setting an example. If you're going to drink your face off and make an ass out of yourself, you want to be in an Uber.
Right.
So anyways, great day. We had a lot of fun. Treehouse is beautiful, by the way. That place
Oh,
is
yeah, it's
fucking
awesome.
Dude,
awesome.
I've heard nothing but good things about
Dude,
this place.
it's so fun. And the best part about it, I think, honestly, is that sounds like the worst part, but I think it's the best part. You're maxed out at three beers, right? So, like, 3 beers takes you about 45 minutes. Maybe if you're kind of just shooting the shit, right? You go wait in line and stuff.
For us alcoholics.
For us alcoholics, yeah. I mean, it could take a lot shorter than that, but you're trying to milk it. So, like, you're in and out. You want to meet somebody there, like, you're not going to be like, oh, I got fucking swept up and I was there till fucking 11 p.m. and I was supposed to be home. You know what I mean?
It's an easy out.
Easy out, yeah. The beer was excellent, obviously.
Yep.
The Kev Ma got a bunch of these golden ales because they have it's like a regular lager, I think, right? Like kind of like Michelob.
Yeah, he's got the 12-ounce can.
So they can fit him in his Coke machine
In his
and
garage.
spit him out of it. So, anyways, yeah, he's got an '80s Coke machine. Thing's sick.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was great. How was the wedding?
Unbelievable.
Joe Teddy,
Joe Teddy. Mr.
Congratulations, Joe Teddy.
Buddy, he's a fucking...
he's a beast.
Dude, but did I show you the picture
Yeah, he's
of...
a big boy.
Did I show you the picture of his new brother-in-law? So I told you about him, right? He's played in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't
I don't
know.
think he told me.
Oh, well, yeah. So Joey's brother-in-law is Bruno Giacomini.
Okay.
He's originally from Somerville.
Yeah.
Graduated from Alden High. He's 6'8", 330 pounds.
Wow.
Big dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, all of us had our shirts off.
Oh, I saw him. I saw the picture because I'm like, that guy's bigger than Joe.
Yeah, that's him. He
'cause
played
Joe Teddy's huge.
played right tackle for the Seahawks. Won a ring. He got drafted by the Packers. Went to the Seahawks. Got traded to the Jets, and then he ended his career with the Titans. I think he did like 12 years in the NFL.
Wow.
That's a lot for a lineman.
Yeah, that's a ton, dude.
Yeah.
Is he still in good shape?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me put through a fucking wall, but he's
Well, because linemen are known to, once they stop doing the regimen of working out
Yeah.
and burning all the calories
Sure.
and they continue their diet,
Yeah.
they're known for getting really fat and out of shape.
no. So like the picture of him, like he's still
No,
like,
yeah, he's in good shape. Yeah.
If anything, I think he lost weight.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
You know,
Yeah.
But he had his daughter was in the wedding, who's 14 years old, and she's my height,
Yeah.
Jesus.
and she's a freshman and sweetheart of a girl. Me and her had to walk that. Well, me, her, and Brendan, my son Brendan, had to walk her down the aisle. Brendan's like, I'm only 2 years younger than her, and I'm like, you'll get there, bud. You'll be a little taller. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Speaking of big dudes, I was out. I think I sent you a picture. So my buddy Joe Mujali, who listens to the show, he went to Harvard. He was I've talked about before. He was Fitzpatrick's old lineman, and he's huge.
Yeah, he's a big
And
boy.
He's like, so he was like asking me, he's like, how big is Fitzy? And I'm like, he's like, he looks like a big dude. I'm like, he's big. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's like 6'3", 6'4", 285. He's a big dude. And he's like, I'm like, let me put it this way. I'm like, if you guys were Russian nesting dolls, he would fit right inside of your doll, right? Like Fitzy would be the
I'd be
next
the
doll.
next one down.
He'd be the next doll in the kit. You know what I mean? Anyways, I was trying to get him on. I was like, come on the show. We want to hear about, like, I think he's a great guy, but he's like, boring or whatever. I'm like, Tommy loves him. He's like, get him on the show. Get him on the show. Also, we got a comment on our YouTube channel the other day, and it's like, who's one of Tommy's friends? I'm like, the worlds are colliding right now.
Yeah. We didn't expect this.
he's
Fontaine.
rocking,
It's happening.
Yeah,
rocking his
Fontaine.
pulling the cork shirt everywhere.
Again, the wedding was unbelievable. Open bar the whole night. The DJ was great. The venue was beautiful. It was at Hillview Country Club.
Yep.
It used to be Teresa's. It's now a venue there. Gorgeous. My only beef with the entire day, besides being there for 4 hours for no reason at all, dude, they're like, all right, you guys can get dressed in here. And I'm like, all right, cool. It was 1,000 degrees. It had one AC.
Yeah, it's
right?
not good.
They were like, all right, start getting dressed at 1. I'm like, why? They're like, and I'm like, it's week 1 of college football.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
there was no TV. And they were like, all right, we started a tab for you guys. And I'm like, tab? Like, for what? It's an open bar, right? So we went out for pitches that took literally 10 minutes. It was the smoothest fucking camera crew ever. We come back in, and there was a bunch of Bud Lights there. And like, it was a case. Like, someone clearly brought them in.
Yeah.
No one bought them from the bar. And the guy comes in, he freaks out. And he's like, who brought these in? It wasn't like we were ratting somebody out. We were like, we have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
These were here, like, on ice, in a bag, like, ready to roll.
Trash people.
And he's like,
These were here when we got here.
and he's like, you can't have these. And we're like, all right. So he takes them, right? and puts them under the table, like with like a table cover, so you can't see them. The minute he left, we pulled him right back out and had the fucking Bud Lights.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't take them. He just was like, you can't, you have to buy the stuff from here. And I'm like, why are we, it's open bar. Why do we?
Dumb.
It was so dumb.
Yeah.
And then, like, he ended up being like a wicked cool guy, but I think he just had like this fucking Hitler mentality for a quick second.
Where was the venue?
Hillview,
It's in
North Reading.
Oh, okay.
That's why, we went to
How
Hornets
was
Nest.
that?
Hornets Nest, yeah, it was good. Real good.
Fucking fucked up not getting the steak and cheese.
We did fuck up, and you fucked up by telling me that they don't deliver.
I didn't know they don't.
Yeah, so I went to, thank God it was only 2 miles down the road. I passed a big ass park, took her Ralphie, and I was right there. But
Hanger Ralphie.
she's like, big party today? And I'm like, wedding. She's like, are we catering the wedding? I go, it's fucking 10 subs, lady. You're not catering the wedding, you know? And she's like, I was like, yeah. I was like, we're just, these are for the groomsmen. I'm the best man. She's like, oh, have fun, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, as I was here, I was like, I fucked up. I said, because my buddy that comes here all the time told me to get like a steak and cheese. She goes, next time you have to. And then I saw the bread and I was like, oh man.
What'd you get?
I got a chicken Caesar wrap.
Oh, okay.
But like,
That's
They
not
do-
bad on a wedding day, though. It's a light.
No,
That's
yeah, it
kind
is,
of a
yeah.
heads up play right there.
there was out of the 10 subs, I think 3 of us got a chicken Caesar wrap. 3 got a chicken palm, and it came on that bread.
The in-house rolls that they make at
it looks.
Hornets Nest.
You know what it reminded me of is Market Basket's fucking homemade breads.
Yeah, you can see the
the
little
shower
things
things.
on the
Yeah,
bottom.
but dude, very very good.
Yeah,
Anyone
it's
in the North Reading area, Hornets Nest, free ad, real good.
Real ad, Lily Peace Chicken.
Oh.
50 Benny Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Your parking is comped. Do you hear me? Comped. COMPED. They have unbelievable food. They are also sponsoring the
Halloween party.
catering.
Goddamn right.
Not sponsoring it. They're catering it. We're gonna have all their food there. We're gonna talk to Harry too. We'll get a couple items from them too. 50 Benny Street. Chris Parsons, executive chef. Go eat there. It's awesome. The outside area is awesome. Today would be a great day for it, but they're closed. But Tuesday, they're going to be back open. It's going to be a nice week. Go over there, check it out. LilyPeaceChicken.com. Bella's Roast Beef, BellasNA.com. That's Bella's North Andover, 1211 Osgood Street. I got Harry and Sandra. They are the best. They're the best. They just came out with the beef's cumulative numbers for all the roast beefs from the North Shore Beef page of the average score, including Modern Butcher, and who had the highest cumulative.
Bella's.
Bella's Roast Beef. That's our people right there, okay?
Harry, Sandra, what's up?
That's right. Killing it. So go see them. 1211 Osgood Street. Just get a beef on a brioche bun and be the happiest person you can be.
Yeah, it's
right?
fucking fire.
How are you feeling today, though? You said you didn't really get to tone up, right?
I tried my hardest. If the effort was there, I had it. I started early. I knew I wasn't driving home, and I couldn't get myself drunk to save my life. It wasn't the chicken Caesar wrap that helped me. That's not like a filling thing. You know what I mean? I had shots after shots after shots, which I don't do shots.
Yeah.
But like my niece was family, you know, all that good shit. I had a zillion beers. I had Di Serono and Sprites. I had Jameson and ginger ales. I had green tea shots.
Yep.
I had everything. And I walked out of there and I was like, why do I feel normal? And I don't know if because I'm a professional, but when you mix a lot and you do it, and I had a flask of Jameson in my fucking tux. So the effort was there, but I walked out of there stone cold sober.
It happens. I mean,
Which, you know, I am grateful for because I remember the entire night.
so Friday they had Tommy had a scrimmage.
Yep.
What? Go ahead.
Oh, no, because Friday night, the groomsmen, we all went to, so Joey's brother-in-law got him a suite for the weekend.
Yeah.
At Encore. And Joey texts us, late night thing, like last minute, and he goes, hey, I want to have a couple beers in the suite with you guys so you guys can see this place. Suite was out of this
Yeah,
world.
that's sick, dude.
So we were there until,
He's got that lineman money.
yeah, buddy. He went into that, we were there until 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, we're getting married the next day. And there was 7 of us there total. Like, not every groomsman was there. One kid, like, he's about to be a dad today. Like, he was there with his wife last night. She's ready to pop. 4 of us were there last night. 3 of them, four others, not including me and Joey. 3 of them all came home with close to $2,000 a piece on blackjack.
Nice.
Crazy, dude. One kid was up $2,500, lost it like that, And I had left. And by the time I saw him the next day, I'm like, dude, you lost $2,500 like that. He was like, came back. He was like, I won 1,800.
Jesus.
Like, it was fucking wild.
There is a story too, and I can't stand story topping, but remember this, that if we ever get Gentile on the show,
Yeah.
you got to ask him about his Encore experience a couple of years ago.
I will.
And it's epic, and I don't want to steal his thunder.
I've still never been there.
It's awesome. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
it was,
those people. I like
Again,
putting their kids through college.
I'm not a huge gambler as far as like I love like pools, like especially like football season and shit. But I'm not like I'm a blackjack guy or anything like that. I thoroughly enjoy watching people gamble though. Like it's exhilarating.
I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, I like to gamble, so
So I learned Friday night how craps works.
yeah, I play it all. Craps. The only game I don't play is Baccarat.
Oh, you're not Asian. There's
Or Pie Guy.
there is
I
a
play Pie Gal.
They do?
Yeah,
there is a lot of rules to craps.
there is.
I
Oh
couldn't,
yeah.
I couldn't keep up.
I know the basics. I don't know like
I don't know.
Yeah,
how
they're
to
like
play
buy
craps.
the
No
8
idea.
or you know.
I have a video of a guy, and I got yelled at because you can't record.
Yeah.
Which I get. It was just dumb thinking because I saw this guy who was clearly on every type of acid you can imagine, and he was just dancing his life away. I got it on my phone. I'll show it to you before I got yelled at. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at that. He's like, I know what you were doing. He's like, I just have to tell you, you can't
Yeah.
record. I'm like, all right, my bad. Just don't fucking have the Secret Service after me.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I remember like the first time I went to the casino, like with my dad when I was like 21 years old, and he was like, "Yeah, the drinks are free," and I was like, "What?" And I was, and he's like, "Yeah," he's like, "But." He's like, do me a favor. He's like, just get the beer. I'm like, why? He's like, it's watered down mixed drinks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's slow as shit.
And he
too.
couldn't have been more right.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been more right. So I
Like Vegas, dude, you can't walk 2 feet without somebody offering you a
Right,
drink.
right.
But like there, it's like they know they get you.
Yeah.
Like whatever. I usually just end up going to the center bar and buying my beer because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not waiting.
yeah.
Vegas minimums are higher too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They-
Oh,
They're,
yeah.
they're making their money.
Yeah.
They the craps table is right near that center bar. So Paul came up from Florida. Shout out to Paul Campbell, pitcher for the Marlins.
Yep.
And
No, he looks like you.
huh?
I mean, I know you're related, but he looks like you.
Dude, you know how many people said he looked like Justin Timberlake last night? It's fucking hilarious.
I'm saying it's probably the beard. He's got the same beard thing.
He does. It's a little lighter though, and he's got black people waves on his hair. Like he's got
Persian.
wavy hair.
Yeah.
He's Persian too.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, you want a drink? He was like, yeah. 2 drinks, $15 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Didn't I expected that?
Sure.
You know, but it was way better than waiting. Like you said,
Yeah.
you wait a ton. But when they come around, I just get a draft beer. I'm not wasting my
Yeah.
time on that.
And it comes in a thimble.
Yeah, dude.
So small.
And the other thing, I don't know if I got lucky yesterday or Friday night, but when I first started going to when Encore was first open, they had the pre-made fucking gun, like for booze. But now they do like an actual shot in the little thingamajig and go nuts.
Yeah.
It's not like the IA, you know what I
No.
mean?
And by the way, I'm pumping this party out in the streets.
Yep.
I basically got all these new kind of people that we're friendly with through this football thing, right?
Yeah.
I basically told them the other night, I'm like, if you are not going to the party, like, just we're not gonna be friends. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you that's how it works.
Figure it
out. Make it happen. Get a babysitter. Do what you need to do.
Yeah, plenty of time in advance.
Yeah, I mean, it's an absolutely awesome party. I was actually talking to Optimus Prime last night. I was like, what are you going to do to outdo yourself? And he's like, I don't know, dude. I'm like, got some ideas, but I haven't got anything nailed down.
The one idea that I thought I was going to have, I don't know if I want to be dressed in it all night. So that's the other thing, too. I want to be comfortable.
I agree. It's that's the whole top
Optimus
thing.
Prime was fucking sick, but like, there's no way he was like, this
Yeah,
is
comfortable.
this.
No.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
can't find a good Hamish.
Oh, you
costume.
weren't supposed to tell them.
You already did it.
I did. I thought that was just me and you talking.
No, we were on. It was main show.
Fuck.
Main show type shit.
My bad.
It was on the main show.
All right, so my Friday night, right? It was my 11th anniversary. We went to
That's a good story.
we went to Capitol Grill. First time I ever been to Capitol Grill.
The one in Burlington.
Burlington, yep.
Was the Cheesecake Factory booked?
Yeah, they were. I had my heart set on fucking steak
Steak
Diane.
Diane by $26.99.
We had to settle for Capitol Grill. So like I said, first time. It's fancy.
Yep.
I've never been there before,
Sure.
but it was fancy. I wore a nice
Still another pickle.
collared shirt, and those are the Fickles. Fitzy's pickles.
Fitzy's pickles.
Real good.
So yeah, we get dressed up. We go. We have like, I don't know, 7 courses, wine, beer, everything. It was delicious. Can't say enough about that place. It was awesome. But leading up to that, we're like looking into a dress code to make sure that we're allowed to be in there, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
a
you're
dress code
wearing
for
the
a
right
place
stuff.
like
Yep.
that. Yeah. Also, trash people, we tell them in advance that it's our anniversary, so they roll out the red carpet
Yeah,
for us.
we've done that
and
before.
I'm gonna spend a couple $100. I want a free dessert.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they give us a free dessert,
Yeah.
knowing that it's our anniversary. But so, like I said, we were focused on dress code. So my wife's wearing a dress. I'm wearing khakis and a collared shirt and blah 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 shoes.
Wearing a backwards Larry Bird jersey.
Like Chris and Chris from Jump Around.
Chris Cross, you mean? Oh, Chris and Chris.
They're both
Okay.
named Chris.
Yeah.
So the funny part was, two girls walk in. A table opens up right in the middle of the dining room. Very center. There's families all over the place. There's like people dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
Two girls walk in. One has a sheer cheetah print dress,
Come on.
literally like painted on.
Yeah.
Sheer, see-through. Black thong, black bra. Right into the middle of the dining room, sit in the middle, front and center of everyone. You see one of the, I don't know what they're called, busboys, made of D's, someone that's like running the show. He runs over to the hostess and goes, you can see it happen. What the fuck are you doing? And she goes, what do you mean? You can see that girl's underwear. Get her somewhere else. So they literally walked over to these two girls and said, oh, we're sorry. This table's reserved. Come over here in the corner.
Yeah, where
Come
it's
over
a
here.
shadow.
Yeah.
We got a broom closet over
I
there.
was fucking dying. My wife's like, do you see that girl in the dress? I'm like, no, which girl? So at first I didn't even see her.
Yeah.
And then she pointed her out to me and I was like, holy shit, you can see her bra and underwear.
Did
We're
I?
at Capitol Grill.
Yeah. Did I ever? I think I said it on the show when I was at Mastro's. The people that were right next to me and Christy.
I think so, but
So we had a reservation. Same thing. It was our anniversary or whatever. And we went to Mastro's. I've never been in the Seaport. Very, very good steakhouse.
Yeah.
And this dude comes in who looks like your prototypical pimp or rapper. Like just visualize however you would like, right?
Sure.
And he comes in with three girls. And at Mastro's, they have a girl playing on the piano, like live music or whatever, real subtle shit. You know what I mean? And they placed these people on the piano she's playing. That was their table.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, what the fuck? And like, she was just still playing along, and they're just eating fucking shrimp cocktails, seafood towers. I was
Jesus.
like, I didn't know if it was planned or like they just ran out of tables. It was so fucking weird, dude. It was so weird. But dress codes at steakhouses. The reason I love Grill 23 so much is because it's a very, very good steakhouse. It's top 3 of mine, if not number 1.
Yep.
But they're kind of lenient with the way that it's loud in there.
Yeah.
Whenever I go to a steakhouse, I look the pot, right? But they're not gonna fucking bat an eye if we walked in there like this with hats on and shit.
Yeah.
I learned that down in New York because I used to take these guys who are like construction executives out.
Yeah.
They just walk in their boots and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like fucking Perini shirt. And
I just
like, you got an Amex, dude? They're good.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's not like, it's not the fucking Shake Wee and fucking Ferris Bueller's.
Yes.
You know, you can walk in there and have a very good steak, and they have a whiskey menu at Grill 23 that's out of this world, and the guy was impressed with my knowledge of whiskeys. And,
Nice.
If I wanted to go in there dressed like I am right now, he'd still be impressed.
So how was the dinner? What'd you get?
I got a porcini mushroom crusted ribeye.
Nice.
With a balsamic glaze on top. It was fucking delicious.
Yep.
Balsamic glaze is so good.
Yeah, I love it. My wife got the filet, and that was like pure buttery flavor steak. It was unbelievable. I was like, can I get a bite of that?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, try it.
I bet it was unbelievable. They do a great job there. That's where me and Maggie always go.
Yeah,
it
it's my sister Nicole's favorite steakhouse.
It was very good.
And she's like me. She's a carnivore.
And we got au gratin potatoes and smoked bacon Brussels sprouts that were fucking fire. And that wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
My wife ordered that, and I was so happy that she did because the smoked bacon chopped up that was in there, fire. It was so good. The Burlington location's really good. The waitress was awesome. Leslie, shout out to fucking Leslie.
Shout out.
Did you give her a sticker yet?
No, I didn't have stickers.
Real quick, because a lot of people have asked. So, the deal with the shirts is this: we got 50 shirts, and I'd say like 35 of them or so are spoken for because everybody who's a Patreon member at least gets the option to buy one at cost, or they got one as part of their tier, right? So we got those all out. I mailed most of those out. I think I still got to get Billy O'Leary his. Everybody Howell's coming from out of town to grab his. So.
When does Howell come, by the way?
I think it's the week after next. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anyways, so there's like gonna be 15 or so left, I think. I gotta look. So what we're gonna do is today you're gonna take a couple shirts, whatever. Fitzy's got a couple that he's gotta get.
Yep.
And we're going to I'll let people know what we have left. And then they're probably gonna be gone. And we're gonna do hoodies next, I think. You wanna do hoodies or do you wanna do more t-shirts?
I'd like a hoodie. What do you
Personally, I'd take a hoodie because I already have a T-shirt. But I think we should. I think they're gonna sell. We should.
Yeah.
I'd say do both.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that, and I for sure dropped the ball, but I didn't. As far as like behind the scenes shit, it's all Brendan. Let's not kid ourselves.
100%.
And people ask me for the classy shirts all the time, and I was like, I have no idea what we have.
Yeah.
No clue.
We don't have any of those.
So no, I know, but like, so now I will start. You know, I'll put my big boy pants on and promote these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I got to say, Ben Franklin Print Company, Joe, they did an amazing job.
Oh, great shirts, by the way.
Great shirts.
Did a great job. Obviously, like we said, they're
Gildan
sponsors.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. What's that joke? Like they have the CEO of Gildan
Has no
admits he's
idea
never,
what a
never
human
seen
body
a human
looks
body
like.
before. These shirts are awesome. They're fucking great.
People on the camera, that's the back.
Good guys, trash people. Unbelievable.
Got our logo in the front.
Yeah, we'll order more of those too. Maybe we'll do long sleeves or something. We'll figure it out. But anyways,
Also, it's on the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook.
Spread the good word, the good gospel.
YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Make sure you click the follow and set up automatic downloads. It'll really help us out on the social media game.
That's right. By the way, when we went to this party on Friday night, like I said, these football parents. I mean, it's an all-star crew. They're all just fun people who like to drink. I mean, they're like us. You know what I mean? There's not one lemon in the group. And I'm in there and like
lemon,
and I'm
fucking
in there,
drip.
I'm in there and I'm like,
No rubber crew.
telling some story. Oh, this is the story. So I'll get to it. But my sister comes around the corner with Nate because their son plays too, and she goes, "Of course, first fucking voice I hear, you fucking running your gums up there,
Holding court."
So this guy walks up to me, good dude. And I remember talking to him for a very long time at this party I was at the other night, but I do not remember anything that we talked about.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like, dude, you were cracking me up the other night. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, it was the first time I've seen him around a lot, but that was my first time really engaging with him. So I go, yeah, it was fun. And I'm kind of trying to fast forward the conversation because I don't want it to get awkward if I said something horrible.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, do you remember what you were telling me? I'm like, you can refresh my memory. He's like, you said to me, me and you were like two lions on the Serengeti. We've been seeing each other, noticing each other out in the Serengeti, respecting. But now it's time for us to come together, hunt together. And I'm like,
It's like the wolf pack.
I'm like, that sounds so ludicrous.
Yeah.
And I guarantee I thought it was the funniest thing that's ever been said in the world,
Yeah.
by the way, when I fucking said it.
In the moment.
In the moment, I was like, lions on the Serengeti.
That's
I do
great.
use that line. He's like, where'd you get that line? I'm like, you want me to be honest? I'm like, I don't know, but I probably lifted it from somebody at some
Yeah.
point. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But
But I am
dude, so-
terribly embarrassed at this moment in
yeah,
time.
yeah. But then, so they're like, next week, what are we doing after the game? I'm like, this team is going to be the situation where, like, all Tommy's friends are like, what happened to your parents? And be like, they lost everything in the great drinking display of fall of fucking 2023. So I'm like, I'll host next weekend. Right now, I feel like I'd rather host, like, a dick size clinic in here next weekend than host this fucking thing. Because I'll tell you right now, I feel like about $2 Canadian.
So when's is the game today?
No, it's next Saturday.
Next Saturday. all
Yeah.
right.
So, oh, by the way, you would love this. Tommy's like, I think I'm going down the field later. I go, oh, you don't practice today. He goes, just being the lineman, we're going to work on stuff.
Let's go, dude.
Like, just
What a beast.
Putting in some extra fucking effort. Almost got his first sack the other day, dude.
Yeah.
So close.
He'll get there.
Anyways, great group of people, awesome people. They're all going to come to the Halloween party, or I'll start shit-talking them on the show.
So I have a video of it. I'll let you guys watch it afterwards, but not to toot my own horn, but I had the best man speech yesterday.
Nice.
I murdered it.
Yes, of course you did.
Hell yeah.
That's the least
Murdered
surprising
it.
news of the day.
And I was glad that a couple people recorded it because, like, I didn't know how long I was going to go on. The video is just under 5 minutes. And the girl was like, how long is your thing? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I just wrote it down. I haven't fucking rehearsed this thing yet. She scared the shit out of me, by the way. She goes, hey, you reading off your phone? I go, yeah. She goes, you are? I go, wait a minute. You have yours memorized? And she's like, no, I have mine printed. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Like,
What's the difference?
I think the bride wanted to like maybe take it and like make like a
frame it or something like
yeah,
that.
so I asked the bride and she was like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
I was like,
send
oh. So then
Send her screenshots.
the girl is still had her on her phone. I was like, listen.
Frame screenshots.
I was like, Tanara doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, I'll read off my phone. So we both read off the phone. She was like, is yours under 3 minutes? And I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was a little under 5. But I had the crowd roaring.
Did you let her go first?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah. And here's what was funny. So, like, I wanted to, like, incorporate. So, Joey married a Brazilian girl, big Brazilian family, awesome, awesome people. They were on the dance floor the whole night. But I wanted to say, like, cheers in Portuguese. Boa Sauja, right? That's how you say it.
Yep.
Little bilingual action for
Nice.
Good job.
Bisexual. Too.
Right as the
Sláinte.
beginning of, I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, I'm like, he's half black. I was like, she's Brazilian. I was like, makes no difference. So, right as the video starts, you could see me go up to the bride and
ask
just
how to say it.
to double check to say, make sure I'm saying it right.
Right.
And then right as like people were eating, this girl comes up to me. It ended up being Joey's brother's wife, from his side, and she was like, listen, she's like, I know, I've heard so much about you. They live down in the Cape now. I've heard so much about you. I've heard about the bachelor party. I've heard about this, that, and the other thing. She goes, I can listen to your voice all day. I go, well, the good news is you can.
Yeah.
Do you have Apple Music, Spotify, or YouTube? I was like, we have a podcast. She's like, I love podcasts. So we're definitely getting a
Now
new.
you can
yeah.
you can mainline Danny Gillis right
Yeah.
into your ear
Yeah.
canal.
One more download for the week.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was,
I got
fucking
to give
great
a
time.
quick shout out too to my girl, one of my OG friends, my girlfriend Allison. Grew up together. She's like one of my core like 5 or 6 people that like I've known forever, right? So one of the women that was at this party's like, I'm going away that weekend on a girls' weekend with Allison, and I'm like, what? So I text Allison. I'm like, hey, I'm being told you're going on a girls' weekend trip. She goes, well, if I am, I don't know about it, and that means I'm not going on. I'll shut it down immediately. So that's what I'm fucking talking about. This is a girl. I said to her, I go, you know what I love about you? You're like the mafia. You're fiercely loyal, and you just will put a bullet in somebody's head if you need to.
Oh, that was the go-to thing this weekend with all the groomsmen. Have you guys seen that TikTok with he was the best guy around?
yeah.
What about the people he murdered? What murder? We've been saying, what Bud Lights? What Bud Lights? We just kept fucking ruining that
Weddings are
fucking
awesome.
guy.
Weddings are awesome.
I did the best man speech for my brother.
Yeah.
Same thing. His sister-in-law did the speech. Her what's it called? Maid of honor
Yeah.
speech beforehand.
I always forget that name too.
And I absolutely crushed it.
Hell yeah.
Right afterwards.
It's the best.
People were like, literally like, oh,
the best.
in the crowd. We're all dressed up in tuxedos, and
Yeah.
people are screaming like, world star.
Yeah, it was. So she was like the crier talker,
Oh yeah.
and then I was just the comic relief.
Yeah.
It was a good balance. Like
My brother's at my wedding was fire.
Yeah.
My cousin Ryan at my cousin Frankie's was fire. All like just comedic fucking
Yeah.
timing. So good.
I was co-best man.
Yep.
My buddy Bakes' wedding, and my buddy Cass, who is funny. He's like really funny guy. He goes, "Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?" I go, "You want to go first."
Yeah, you're gonna want.
I'm like, because
you don't want to close.
I burned that place to the fucking ground. I have to tell this story. I told this kid I was going to tell the story, and it's fucking amazing. So, this kid who lives down the street from me, I grew up with this kid. Went to grade school with this kid. Cork City. This kid grew up in Cork City, Melrose. All right, good people, trash people, right? But one of the most reliable guys you ever met. I'm not going to use his name, but one of the best guys. Like, you look up a reliable, awesome guy in the dictionary, there's a picture of this dude, right? Anyways, he was a year younger than me and his brother. I knew them, but didn't know them that well. We weren't close, right? So this story gets surfaced to me. He's like, one of his buddies, like, do you ever hear a story about how Pete learned, like, how, not, whatever, that's not the kid's name, but how he learned martial arts? It really isn't his name. He's like, do you ever hear about how he learned martial arts? And I'm like, yeah, I remember you used to go to Fred Villari Studios, like, when we were kids. Like, Fred Villari was, like, fucking some Italian karate master teaching North Shore kids how to fucking karate kick people.
I went to Richard Burns.
Yeah, there you go.
Cobra Kai of the North Shore.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so this kid's dad tragically passes away when he's very young. I think they were like 11 or 12. And they didn't have any money. He's like, so but we'd heard about this guy who was working out at Mother's Pizza, who was like sweeping floors,
Teaching
doing
karate.
karate out back
Oh, yeah.
with a guy, and but he was like the real deal. He was like in his young 20s. He really knew what he was doing. So he goes up to him one day, and he's like, I go up to the guy, I go, would you consider training me and my brother? And the guy's like, I've been waiting for somebody to come find me. And he goes, what would we have to pay you? Because we don't have a lot of money. He goes, there will be no money exchanged. Right?
Hell yeah.
So for 2 days, every 2 days each week for like 6 years, this guy hardcore trained him and his brother like in their backyard and like just worked them like to the bone. Like, and they would spar each other all the time. And this is a good sized kid. I mean, I definitely would not be like, I could fight this kid or take him. I didn't know this whole story, but he was like, yeah, one time I accidentally opened up my brother's eye and he does this like quick move. And I'm like, I just filed that on the notes of people I'm never going to fight.
Right.
Like ever. Like this, but I'm like, dude, you lived the 1980s North Shore dream. I mean, obviously the fact that his dad passed away is sad.
Yeah.
That's not part of the dream, but like, it's like a movie, dude. Like in the 80s, if you were a kid like me, all you wanted to do was be a karate kid.
Oh yeah.
Right? And this dude found a private fucking guy who was out fucking training him and his brother, like Mr. Miyagi shit,
The
dude.
movie writes itself.
It is like a fucking movie, dude,
Yeah.
right? And I guess like the guy, he was like, yeah, he was way ahead of his time. He was like into like mixed martial arts before that was even a thing. Like, so he wasn't just teaching them fucking Kenpo like Fred Villari, the fraud, right? This guy was fucking
Krav Maga.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was like the fucking most fascinating
It's a
story.
great story.
It was fucking awesome. And I was like, dude,
Like
I have
Danny
to
said,
know
the
this.
movie writes itself.
It's amazing. You
We
know what's
should,
another great story?
We should start a production company.
I love it. Let's do
start
it. That'll be
doing-
our first movie.
Pulling the cork movies.
Yeah, Pulling the Cork movies.
All in.
Yeah.
By the way, Avery Tango wrote, I can't wait for the Pulling the Cock party.
Yeah.
I go, totally different party, but equally as fun. Real quick, let's do ads because we have a couple left here. Tedco. All right, my guy Teddy. We've talked about it. Get in bed with Ted, right? This is what I've been telling you, okay? Don't tell his wife, but... so Tedco is a construction company, right? They can do anything. They can do residential stuff. They did I told you this, they did. Paul Gentile is a taskmaster, okay? He's not just going to have somebody shitting around. Like, he hired Tedco, right? They crushed it, okay? They'll do your basement. They can build out an in-law suite for you. Mm-hmm. They can do all that. And Teddy's one of the best guys in the business. He's absolutely, I've been wearing his Tedco shirt everywhere, by the way. One of my favorite people, absolutely great. So they just moved into a bigger space too. So, they're growing, which is great, but they would love to be considered. So like I said, if you're getting something done, we want you to get an estimate from these guys. Show them that what we're doing
Give them a
is working.
shot. You know what I mean? Give them a shot.
They don't need a shot. I mean, that's like giving Larry Bird a shot. You know what I mean? 617-996-6827. That's 617-996-6827. Admin at Tedco. Hold on. Admin at TedcoCM.com. Okay, now here's the other thing. This talk about an ad that writes itself. This is where I was going with this. I texted Bruce from Wicked Cornhole on Friday night, and I was playing cornhole on Wicked Cornhole boards. Now I have to say this: I was absolutely smoking fools, and then somebody grabbed Nate on the other team, and Nate is good. He's probably a tier below me, right? But he's good, and we got beat. And my buddy was like, "I thought like people said, if I'm your partner, you never lose." I'm like, "Well, sometimes I never lose. Sometimes I lose to Nate.
No guarantees."
Anyways, look down. Wicked Cornhole boards, right?
Yeah.
Fitzy goes to the Instagram. By the way, Fitzy's one of the best hype men in the fucking world. Wicked Cornhole boards.
Yeah.
Not even your boards though.
No.
Right?
I just showed up to a party at my brother's house yesterday.
Pit was sick.
Yes.
It was awesome.
I'm officially getting my boards made, by the way. It's happening. So I'm going to be in touch with Bruce, and I'm going to shell out some of my hard-earned cash and get some sweet-ass boards, and they're definitely going to be pulling the cork boards.
Yep.
1875 Main Street Rear, Tewksbury, Mass. 01876. 1875 Main Street Rear, Tewksbury, Mass. 08176. You can literally hit
Treehouse.
a pitching wedge to Treehouse from where they are.
Yeah.
So like it's a great double dipper.
Yep.
We gotta do. I think we should do a little meet and greet up at Treehouse one day.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done Bella's, we do Lily P's, but like we could go over to Wicked, have Bruce come over and stuff. And
Yep.
Anyways, they do it like that. That's the thing. Everybody has these boards. They're the best boards.
Here's a good question.
Yes.
Might be a little off topic, but does Treehouse, like I know a lot of breweries have like cornhole boards.
They didn't have them set up, but Kev said he saw them last time he was there. 'Cause I was thinking about
Are they
just
from
murdering
Wicked Cornhole? Because we can make that fucking happen.
Well,
should be.
I'm sure they must be. They must be all about the local. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But anyways, they can ship to you anywhere. So if you're like my
United
guy
States?
John Bowman out in
Michigan.
right? Or Randy Garrett lives in Frankenmuth. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I had to write it on things with his T-shirt the
Or
other day.
Brian Block.
New
York.
New York guy.
Jimmy Dingovin, Denver.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to all
oh,
the fucking legends.
Dustin Fannin, who I was on the phone with last week on my guy McCannon's phone.
How about O'Malley and fucking Ireland?
O'Malley in Ireland. O'Malley goes, do you know what he said? This is hilarious. Somebody asked him if he listens to the podcast, and he goes, I have a wife, and I get a full podcast every day from her. Anyways, Wicked Cornhole. This is the time to do it. Football season's starting, dude, right? It's happening, right? We're doing this. Get yourself some cornhole boards made. Have a party. Have a bunch of people from your kid's football team over and become an alcoholic. That's the way to do it. wickedcornhole.com. Go see our people.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So speaking of cornhole,
Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
right? I went to my brother's house after Treehouse yesterday, and they had the cornhole board set up. We did a tournament, a little fucking round robin tournament. But beforehand, they break out this fucking Pocky one chip.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen
Oh,
it
the
on
one
my
chip challenge.
Instagram. Yeah, the one chip challenge by Pocky. It's a 2 million Scoville fucking nacho chip, spicy as hell. And my brother's sister-in-law and brother-in-law were both like, hey, you like spicy shit, right? Here's this one chip. You want to do it? And I'm like, not prepared to do it, but I'm not going to turn down a challenge, you know? So if you go to my Instagram, I tagged Pulling the Cork, Boston Baked Beans on Instagram. It's me doing the one chip challenge. It is awful. Does not.
I was laughing. I loved your reaction. We just go, somebody get me a beer.
Yeah. So it's not only very, very hot.
Yeah,
It's
but
spicy.
there's no way it tastes good.
It also doesn't taste
Yeah.
good. So like you have habanero,
Yeah.
which has a nice flavor.
Habanero's
it's
great.
spicy, but it's got a nice flavor.
I can't do it no more, but
And then I even have the last dab from Hot Ones.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I'll eat that, but that's also to the point where like you're in excruciating pain for like 5 minutes. But the flavor is decent.
Yeah.
So it's like you're tasting the flavor and you're like, holy shit, this is hot.
yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. I don't recommend. I recommend doing it. Try it. See how you do.
No.
My
No fucking chance.
My morning constitutional this morning was not bad.
Okay. That
And
sounds
Constitutional.
Whereas sometimes when I have some of the hot
Morning
sauces,
constitutional.
I'll go the next morning and I'm like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
is terrible, you
Yeah.
know? So Doobie sees it on Instagram.
Starts shooting off
Yeah,
shots.
starts fucking firing off at me. He goes, all right, so here's the whole story. I ate like a quarter of the chip. It's a one chip challenge. You're supposed to eat the whole chip,
Yeah.
right? By the time I got there was no bag where the chip came in, and there was no instructions in the box.
Yeah.
So it was like I had 3 pieces to choose from. I took the second biggest piece that was there. Doobie goes, that's the equivalent of signing up to run the Boston Marathon, walking briskly for a mile, and then going home. I go, Paul, feel free to fucking do the one chip challenge
Yeah.
and post it and tag me. He goes, I already did it.
No way.
It's on Facebook. And I was like,
Fuck.
so then I message him. I'm like, all right, tag me in your fucking video. So he tags me. Sure enough, like 3 years ago, I think it was 2020 or 2019 or something.
I think they do a different like recipe every year.
So he does the whole entire chip, sits there, stone-faced, for like 5 minutes, and doesn't bat an eyelash.
What?
Yes,
I gotta
and
see
I was very impressed.
Which is weird because he must have. The guy makes unbelievable wings, right?
Yeah,
So he has to have good
great
taste
wings.
buds.
And I was disappointed that I didn't make it yesterday to go grab his wings. But so then my reply was, I heard 2023 is the worst. The one that I did.
yeah.
His version, I was like, your version's pussy.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah. That's the farm league.
Yeah, we'll get him to redo it. So yeah, but you weren't feeling in any pain this morning.
No.
Really?
This morning
I
was
gotta
all
watch
right.
it. I gotta watch both of those.
By the way, I'm working on. So I've been. I got Fitzy into this podcast that I fucking think is like the most creative, funniest thing ever, called Valley Heat.
Valley Heat, baby.
If you like It's not for everybody. But I find it to be very funny. Anyways, it's only like one season. There's like a couple extra episodes.
15 episodes.
I'm a Patreon member of that, by the way. They put out, they keep putting out episodes.
Really?
Yeah, like he does little mini episodes. Anyways, so that's kind of where I got like a lot of the ideas, like the stuff I do, like with the political ads and stuff like that. Like I didn't get it from that, but like that's my type of humor that I really enjoy that shit. Like when we did the food truck.
Yep.
Yeah. That was great.
So, anyways, I don't know. I think I lost the 2 political ads, but I could re-download them from the show.
Okay.
The ones of me and you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to redo mine and yours, but I'm doing a new one for Fitzy.
Okay.
Fitzy's going to be running under the independent ticket.
He has to, yeah.
Green Party.
The Green Party.
The Green Party. And I've got some ideas, and I'm just
Shout out to they, thems.
teasing this that it's going to be fucking great. So, let's do this one more time, though. Go ahead.
No, wait. What are you about to say?
No.
We're working on each other and not interrupting each other.
By the way, so let's
I'm
talk
trying
about this.
so hard.
I think let's talk about this. I am too. It's very hard for me. I talked so much this week, and I'm sick of myself. Like
Yeah.
I hate myself. I'm like, I'm a fucking loser. Why do I talk all the time? People don't want to fucking hear you talk. You think you're that important?
Right.
That's what I felt all this morning. I was staring at the ceiling, thinking about how much of a loser I am. Anyways, we said we try to make the show as good as possible, right? We knew with 3 people, there was going to be some changes and there's going to be some like feeling it out because we've had 3 people on the show a bunch of times. But
Yeah.
and I'm listening back to it and I'm like, I want to fucking reach through the fucking thing and I want to punch myself in the face.
Same.
I'm like, don't step on somebody's dick like that. You know
and
what I mean?
I do it often.
Yeah, so me and Danny are really working. We're in like therapy together. We're like really working on letting Matt speak.
I want to go on the record and say that I have no problem with you talking a ton and you talking a ton because I love listening to both of you.
No,
But it's like,
I get what you're
right
saying.
now, dude.
Yeah.
we just did it.
Immediately when I stop talking, both of you are like, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But my slow talking lends itself to be interrupted.
But I like that, and I have talked to people that I trust that listen to the show, that love the show, and I'm like, and I'll ask them point blank, like, what do you think? How's this going?
Right.
Like whatever we're doing, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, they'll give me honest feedback, you know what I mean? Which I like.
Yeah.
I want honest feedback. So I know that's not like, it's so hard when it's in your DNA, like your whole life to be heard. That's how you had to do it. Was like to just jump on the conversation. So me and Danny are working on something.
We're trying.
We're gonna start doing hot yoga. Also, Joey Boats. This kid's a fucking riot.
Yeah.
If you don't follow this kid on Instagram, Fitzy knows the guy.
Yeah.
He does.
He's gonna be. He'll be a guest at some point.
I fucking love this guy. I think he's hilarious. Joey _Boats.
High heat. Yeah.
High heat. Just throwing 109 the whole time. I get some good news too. By the way, I just got a text from Sean Latham.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, when am I coming on? I have a pretty free week. So we might do a Zoom with him this week.
Okay.
And he's a fucking great time and a fun time. But dude, it's so fun. Like Joey Boats, like we're also gonna have on the originator of the Larry Bird story,
Yeah.
Jeff Clow, and I guess he used to be a stand-up comic too.
Also,
and
next week,
yep, Clocky.
Stop interrupting, Fitzy.
Clocky is coming on next week, and
Yep.
we're doing the long-awaited
Disney
animated movies, and that goes for anything under the Disney umbrella. So Pixar is fair game.
Okay.
We're doing all Disney animated movies, no live action bullshit.
No,
Wait a
We're
minute.
talking fucking what?
ESPN is owned by Disney.
Yeah,
So
but-
I can do a 30 for 30?
no, it's,
No, it's gotta be
animated.
animated.
Oh, it has to be. I think you
has
said
to be
anything
an-
is fair game.
No, anything under their umbrella that's animated.
Oh, animated.
No,
Okay, okay,
I said
okay.
no live action.
Okay. Got
so
ya.
it can't be.
Roger that.
They don't own Pixar, right?
They do.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, so Pixar, so Toy Story.
Okay, that's all in
fucking-
play.
Yeah.
You know, Quentin Tarantino
Cars.
said Toy Story. I think it's 2. He thought was the best movie of that year, like the best constructed film.
I'm not mad at that.
No, and you know what? I was just about to go on a rant about Toy Story, but we're gonna save it.
Yeah.
For the next episode. All right. And so,
So
leave us
that-
voice. We have no voicemails today because I didn't prop anything out there. Leave us your thoughts on Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yes. That being said, Clocky is perfect. Clocky's a huge Disney guy.
Disney and Halloween. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
That's all he loves.
Clocky
and Per
got-
Plus.
Where
Per
did
Plus.
Clocky, do you know where Clocky got married?
Disney World.
At Disney.
No.
Yes.
Actually, I did know that. I did know that.
So that's going to be a hell of a show.
That's awesome.
Leave us your voicemails.
Yep.
I need to. Where are we at right now for time? Are we like
We're
wrapping up?
trying to do an hour today.
Yeah.
We're 45 minutes. We have time.
So when I was about to interrupt you, but I stopped myself because therapy is working.
So hard.
One of my groomsmen last night. Now, I got to go on record. I'm not going to say what it was, but I got an awful phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning last night. Not a good time. Like, such a good night that happened. Got a real bad text. Phone call.
Not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
No. Won't talk about it. The boys know about it. Won't be talked about on Patreon.
Nope.
Real personal shit, but whatever. But right before that phone call happened, I got a text. We have like a groomsmen group chat. And it was from my buddy, Joe, who's not Joe, the kid that got married, one of the groomsmen. And he goes, and we've talked about how much I fucking despise Uber Eats and all that other DoorDash and shit. And he goes, I just ordered $150 from McDonald's on Uber Eats.
Wow.
And he goes, it's just me and my girl.
Yeah.
So when I was about to interrupt you, but I, therapy's working and I woosad, right? I go, one of the kids goes, hey, how was that $150 Mickey D's? He goes, it's sitting in my fridge. I passed out.
Yes. Classic story.
Dude, we've all been there.
100 chicken nuggets just
The night that me and
$150 at McDonald's, dude.
It was one night I went out with Kevin Maher and coming home and I said to Maggie, order Chinese food. This is not exaggeration. I know I like to exaggerate.
You, Kevin Ma, and Maggie in Chinese food?
Yes.
Finally something cool.
That is not lose a DNA.
No. I get here. I just go order a bunch of shit. I don't care. Like, she found one place that was open. I'm not kidding, dude. There was a box of Chinese food, like the box that all those T-shirts are in.
Yeah.
That's how big this box of food was. There was enough food.
Rotting on the front porch.
There was enough food. Let's put it this way. When we have our little thing here, like for the Patreon, if there was 15 people here, I'd be like, that's
Plenty of food.
That's plenty of food.
More than enough.
More than enough. People can take stuff to go. I'm like, what on earth could you have been thinking? Like, she's like, I got flustered and I just was like, just started ordering everything. I'm like, how much was this?
I was about to say, that was my question.
$212
Jesus
or something like that.
Christ.
And then Kevin Ma's like, what'd you do with the Chinese food? I'm like, I threw it out. I was fucking disgusted by the whole situation. He's like, I'm disgusted by you. He's like,
He's right.
Like, don't throw away food. He's like, don't throw away food. He's like, that's fucking horrible.
Especially
that's like old Irish trash shit.
Especially Chinese food. Cold Chinese food is like right there for me.
Well, I mean, I didn't throw it away right.
So my question would be,
wait a minute,
how do you, I heat it up.
You're a weirdo.
And how do you heat it up?
I don't.
Okay, so here's
Right out the
thing.
fridge.
I heard frying pan.
So my dad used to do it in the oven.
Yeah.
Which is what I usually do.
On
if I do it.
tinfoil?
Yes.
What is wrong with you people? Cold Chinese food.
All right, real quick, let's rank your top 5 Chinese food things that you like on the menu.
Okay.
Like,
Just go.
oh, fuck.
You can start.
Chicken wings.
From where though? What like
The place that I got a beef with right now, they got pretty good ones.
Kowloon?
No, fucking Fortune Corner. Malden, the guy that I fucking almost fought.
Me, you and Bobby before we almost got like we got some sideways chicken wings.
We did.
I'm not gonna say the place.
We did. But
you
also,
said wings, not fingers?
I said wings.
Yes,
Yeah.
wings are fired from everywhere.
I will say this, and this doesn't count, and I'm sorry if this is, I'm already going too, right? The wings from All Season. You ever been All Seasons?
Oh, it's great.
No, we're
We're gonna have to take a trip.
it's excellent.
We're gonna have to take a trip. They have a wing on the menu. I'm sorry, that's not on the menu, but it's the same sauce that they put on their mussels. They're called Dina wings. It's one of the people that work there, dude.
This place.
Joe
still-
Teddy was talking
still
about it on
open.
Facebook.
Yeah,
today.
dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, it's on the special menu." I've never seen him on the menu. He might, but I can't call the kid a liar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just there, dude. These wings are out of this world. It's like a hoisin basil garlic sauce.
I'm
it's
in.
just fucking unbelievable.
What do you go, Fitzy? What's yours?
Steak teriyaki from China Delight in Somerville.
Everything about that statement is so awesome. Also, can I interject real quick with something off subject but on subject? The Portnoy pizza review, which I'm sure everybody's seen. This guy, did you see him drinking his mug? It says, "Bitch, please, I'm from Somerville."
Yeah,
it's like
he's not from Somerville.
Obviously,
he's
he's
a
not from
fucking
Somerville.
transplant. He's what's wrong with the new Somerville.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm up next. If I'm going like, I love chicken teriyaki. I fucking love it, and I think it's because I used to get so shit faced outside of the Hong Kong and buy the chicken teriyaki from the big fat black guy that used to sell it.
Oh no, my guy was Chinese, but you'd like be across the room. You talking about Hong Kong and Boston?
Yeah, this guy used to wear a satin. He was this big fat black guy. He used to wear a satin Hong Kong jacket, and he'd be like, and he just sell teriyaki for $1 outside of for people who aren't from around here, for $1. And he was like, when you're shit faced out of your mind doing fucking woo shots and everything else, and it's clear you're never getting laid again in your life, there's nothing better than seeing this guy with his fucking with just sticks of Chinese. Oh, dude, and it's $1. So like you're like I got it, I got 7. Yeah, give me 10. Yeah.
That's well. So like when my era, there was a little Chinese guy, and all you seen was his hand with the bucket above, just going through the crowd of 100 people, and you'd be across the bar, and you'd be like 15, and it was like Fenway with the guys, passing down the fucking. It was hilarious, dude.
My buddy, Kamani Carlton.
What a name!
Yeah, he was.
What?
He played basketball with him. Kamani Carlton. He's a great guy.
It's a great name,
Yeah,
dude.
he's. Let's put it this way: he's not Irish. I'll just say that. Awesome kid. We played basketball together. He used to be the DJ at on the weekends upstairs at Hong Kong.
That's where you want to be.
And he'd be like, "Rock your faces off." DJ Payne was his name. And I'm like, that's fucking sick. I loved it. Love knowing the DJ. Be like, I know the fucking DJ here. Like,
downstairs was the karaoke bar when I went, and then upstairs is where you went there and just started grinding on women.
I love karaoke, by the way. Real quick, and I wanted to give this shout out because I mentioned it. Dustin Fannin. He called me from Spencer McKenzie's with Jason McCannon, my buddy. The kid's walking around showing him the pulling the cork shirt, and he's like, Jason's from North Carolina. He's like, call Brandon. He's like, call that bitch. And he's like, I don't know his number. He's like, I got that motherfucker's number. So I was on the phone with Dustin Fannin for like a half hour in here the other night, and Jason McCannon.
It's great.
Anyways, you're up next. Go.
I am gonna go with. See, I'm not a rice guy, so I want to say pork fried rice, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with egg rolls from Panda Castle.
Ooh, egg rolls is it's a heads up play.
Taste.
It's a quiet taste. It's not for everybody. I mean, I always do a half an egg roll if one's there.
Yeah.
Do you dip it in hot mustard?
So hot mustard's like hit or miss for me. It's like if it's there, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But if it's not, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. I feel like an egg roll needs a little something to it because it's
I go duck
like,
sauce.
Yeah, I usually
See,
do.
I'm
too.
not a duck sauce guy. I'll
Really?
crush soy sauce on anything.
Tommy said to me,
Yeah, soy sauce is good
I'll put
too.
soy sauce on fucking Captain
So my
Crunch
kids-
cereal. I don't give a
my
fuck.
kids do not like Chinese food.
What?
What?
I want to disown them. Like that was like my favorite thing to do when I was a kid was to go to fucking Chinese food. Like,
Dude, that was my
Yeah.
Friday night as a kid. Chinese food
Ramos.
and Blockbuster.
If I ask my daughter where she wants to go for like out to dinner,
Yeah.
she goes Mandarin in Reading.
I mean, this is a girl that I can get like behind. I mean,
Yes.
that's my type of person.
She's
right there.
8.
It's trash people.
My son's
stuff.
like, do they have French fries? And I'm like, no, they don't have fucking French fries. Eat some fucking chicken wings or something. He's
Tommy
like,
said to me the
he's
other
Have
day,
some
no,
fucking
no.
scallion
He's
pancakes and like it.
He's like, nah, I don't want that.
I made chicken and rice or something the other night, and Tommy like brings the whole thing out, and he's like, I'm like, dude, you never eat the rice. He's like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm like, why don't you like it? He's like, it's too much rice in it.
It's too much rice in the rice.
The Mitch Hedberg joke.
Yeah.
Rice is great if you're hungry and want 3,000 of them.
Remind me,
Yes.
on the
Of one
Patreon,
thing.
I'm going to tell a great Josh story about Chinese food restaurants, but it cannot be told on the public forum.
Perfect.
By the way, if you want to sign up for Patreon, like we said, it's not a must-do. You get the show
No.
every week.
No.
We really appreciate all you
Free
guys
of
who listen.
charge.
And we appreciate all of the sponsors. And we really hope that you do support them. Like, if that's the one thing you can do, like, you're going to set a cornhole boards, good but wicked, right? If you're getting, you're going to get chicken for dinner, want to split a chicken with somebody?
Lily Peace.
That's a little Norm McDonald there.
Split a chicken with some.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, split chicken sometime. You want to go to Lily P's, you want to go to Bella's, like we said, at Tetco when you need to redo your basement. I would go, so you're up. He just did egg roll. We got a
Yep.
few minutes. I'm not being a,
So I'm going to go typical trash person, right? Orange chicken
Fuck you.
from Panda Express.
You piece of
in
shit.
the fucking mall.
You piece of
We're
shit.
going food court,
Hey,
baby.
He came right at my throat.
Yes. I was like, let's
Dad,
go.
You tell the fucking story then. I asked if I was a trash person for that.
What's I don't do
I
I
sent the video on Friday or Thursday.
remember? He was sitting in his car eating it. Panda
Oh
Express
yeah, I didn't know it was I didn't know
It was
orange
literally
chicken.
orange chicken from Panda Express in the mall.
How do you eat orange chicken with your fingers?
No, I had a fork in the video, in the picture.
Yeah, he had
Oh,
like
I
a
thought you
little
said
wire
that.
data.
You didn't
No,
think he
that's-
said it on purpose?
No,
Oh,
100%.
no, I don't think so.
I 100% didn't.
I'm like, you fucking piece of
Although,
shit.
you know what? You probably subconsciously put it in his brain.
Dude, I love Panda Express.
You don't
and I
understand.
love the orange chicken from there.
I left work and I was like, I can smell it. And I went into the Galleria Mall. Like, When I leave work, I want to go home.
I feel terrible now.
You stink.
I feel fucking terrible. So literally,
You responded to the picture.
yeah, but I
You
didn't. I
responded
didn't
Fitzy,
know.
after he's been working so hard, I'm not interrupting people too. Christ's sakes.
Yeah, that's out the window now.
I think that's hilarious.
I can't rescind it.
no, you can't. It's already out
on
there.
my list anyway.
By the way, when they hand out those little,
Yeah,
like
the
tastes,
toothpicks?
they might as well. That's like somebody just at a party being like, "Hey, have you ever tried Coke?" Like,
I would just
you
do
want some?
laps.
It's really good.
I gotta, dude. Go ahead, go on. I'll find the picture.
All right, I'm up next. That was a devastating blow.
Oh.
There's no.
all right, so
I'm gonna go on the record. No fork in that picture.
okay, we're going 5 items.
We're gonna find
all
out in 2
We're going-
seconds.
Listen,
will.
we're going 5 items, and we'll let people
Danny's
judge
probably
what they
right.
are. This was off the cuff. So I have chicken teriyaki. Was that all I have for now? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You have
you're
egg
on
rolls
your
and
Egg rolls and chicken wings.
chicken wings. You have
Steak teriyaki, China Delight, and Panda Express.
Okay. All right.
Fork in the picture. There's the fork.
Yep.
It blends in, but there's a fork.
It's so nondescript. You can't see that.
But
fork.
literally, it's Panda Express.
Yes, but
in my car.
But we didn't say. You didn't say that it was orange chicken.
I love that shit.
You didn't say it was orange chicken, and I didn't see a fork. So I was like, in my head, I'm like, what's he eating out of there with his hands driving? That's what I didn't know that was
The
orange
sauce
chicken.
is a dead giveaway. It's orange chicken.
dead giveaway.
Diddy, I didn't zoom in on your picture.
Well, you should have.
Well, listen.
Before you knew
In
about
other
this
news,
fucking
I'm
podcast.
about to dunk on both your fucking heads because
Go.
this is like Travis Kelce going to the fucking 3rd round of a fantasy draft. Crab Rangoon for the fucking win. Okay,
Crab Rangoons are good.
Crab Rangoons are fucking great. They are absolutely horrible for you. I mean, maybe one of the worst foods that you can eat.
I would
feel like-
never order crab rangoons.
Really?
Myself. Yes. So my wife loves them. So I'll grab one and eat it, and immediately, I don't know how the fuck you like it.
Oh, with the cream cheese?
It's so fucking thick and
it-
white.
It's a lot.
I feel like
Thick and
Danny
white.
should hate that.
Thick and white.
Yeah.
It should be called Crab Fitzy's.
Fuck you,
Morris.
fuck you, Danny.
You're
dude,
up.
no, but like Crab Rangoons, I didn't like them.
I agree. I was late
It's a
to the
lot
game.
to deal with.
They're not bad, right?
There's a
But
lot-
I would never. On my own, I'd never order them.
Yeah.
Well, that's like wontons. What dickhead that gets wontons?
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
the crab rangoon without any crab rangoon in it. Like,
Absolutely.
it's like you have to. You know the type of person that's like a total trash, like guy from like whatever. Insert any town around here, right? Who's just has no taste buds left, and he orders like scallion pancakes and like and the wontons.
Christy loves
and then he
scallion
dips them in like soy sauce, and then he
Ketchup.
goes to sleep, and his life is horrible.
Wontons and ketchup from fucking Bill Ricker.
Scallion pancakes are useless.
Yes, they are. You know what they're good for? Wiping your ass. If you need to wipe your ass, they're good for that.
They're good as a gauze pad if you have a scrape on your knee.
Yeah, the texture of a sponge.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Christy orders them all the time. I go, I'm not with my money. You want to get them, fucking order it yourself.
I like them.
They're stupid. They're
Yeah,
so
with
dumb.
sour cream?
They should be in a
What,
fucking
sour cream?
What?
What is a Mexican restaurant?
Dude, they should be in a first aid kit. They're terrible. They're terrible.
All right, you're up next.
I'm gonna go with chicken lo mein.
I thought you were going to say steak Diane, but
Okay.
I like chicken lo mein. I love chicken lo mein.
Chicken
I think
lo-
that's a great play right there.
Yeah, because we're saying appetizers.
Yeah, you
and
got to mix and match.
mix it
yeah.
up a little bit. Chicken lo mein, and my go-to order. This is how much I fucking love chicken. I guess every time we order food, I get chicken wings, chicken fingers, and chicken lo mein.
I love it.
That's my combination.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like I'm very basic and I eat like a child. I'm fine with it. And then we'll get other stuff that I'll eat: crab rangoons, egg rolls, all that shit. But like my combination plate, it's all chicken.
I just want to give the people at home who are playing along a little update on my hangover. It is remarkably better now that I've had a few beers.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great now.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Fitzy.
I'm going lobster sauce.
Yes.
Oh, there is nothing
Yes.
more North Shore white trash than fucking lobster sauce, dude. That is some white trash shit.
What-
And
Yes.
obviously, I'm not going to name.
Can you explain
like-
what lobster sauce is for the people who aren't from around
Yeah,
here?
it's
Well,
like
it's not lobster.
It's not lobster. It has nothing to do with lobster. It's like beef, ground beef in like a beef gravy.
Yeah.
And then you fucking smother your
Anything.
rice in it.
Anything.
And just dip everything in
arm.
the lobster sauce.
You can put a Kit Kat in
Eat
that
your
shit.
fingers off of that. And I'm not even naming a place because they all have it. It's just fucking.
Yeah, but
universal.
have you ever had a bad lobster sauce? Because I have.
I have.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
I have. And it gives you it's like, what the fuck, dude? You got one job, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I will.
Don't fuck it up.
I think lobster sauce is an unbelievable pick.
It's a great
that's like
pick.
that's like everybody's grandfather would be like, "Oh, I'll take the lobster sauce." That was my fucking order. My grandfather used to get it. I love that pick. All right, you took chicken lo mein, right? So lo mein's out now.
Yep.
We can't like.
Everything we talk about, I relate to The Wire. I'm so disappointed that fucking Iggy couldn't fucking get here.
Stinks.
So yeah, what we're gonna do with Bobby Froyo?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Well, Froyo was gonna be here, I think, anyway. But like Iggy's like, you guys have never met Iggy.
No.
You know what I mean? It would have been a great introduction to fucking.
But all I think about is Dookie going into the Chinese food restaurant being like, "I'll take the yakimi with turkey grease," and they all just start laughing at him. And it's just fucking The Wire is fucking gold.
So The Wire is the best.
If we have taught you anything on this show, it's watch The Wire.
Watch the fucking Wire.
Watch The Wire. And what a Chinese food tonight, because this is what's coming at you.
Nothing screams Labor Day like
I got
Chinese
chicken
food.
teriyaki. I got crab rangoon. I only have 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on your thing.
Give me Peking ravioli. I love
what a
Peking
steal,
ravioli.
dude.
I don't think I've ever had it.
I had never had it. You
never
know
had
what the
it.
best is? Your family orders a certain set of food, right? That's just
Yeah.
how it works. So my family, right, would be a poo-poo platter with chicken wings, right? And it would be like boneless spare ribs. We're always on the Ahern household, and like rice. And so you go to maybe lo mein. You go to somebody else's house, they have a different order, and you're blown away. So
Yeah.
Josh's wife, Courtney, the Bleilers, they lived right behind me. So Josh's wife literally is my younger sister's best friend, and like her older sister, Katie, who has a worse, she would win the square job between me and Danny forever. Like she is like, she came up to visit me in college. She was visiting somebody else. Somebody in my house I was living in goes, "Hey, this girl came by for you," and I'm like, obviously, which is a fucking huge occurrence that some girl would stop by to see me, and she's like, they're like, I think she said she grew up next to you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it must be Katie. Like, guy's like, dude, I've never heard a girl swear that much, ever, like, in my life. She's like, what the fuck this? Anyways, they used to get Peking ravioli. And when I would go over there, I'm like, I was weirded out by it. I'm like, what is this? Like, it's like a fucking cabbage or something.
Ginger sauce.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now.
You never had it,
Never
dude?
had it. I'm gonna try it. I'm all for
It's
it.
so good.
It's like a pork sausage in there.
Yep.
It's
I've seen them. I've just never had
Oh,
them.
it's fucking great.
it's dog.
Oh, it's cat, dog, and horse.
It's not a pork sausage.
It just they look wet all the time, right?
It's a
You
pat.
know, by the way,
Yeah.
they don't have good
But-
Chinese food in other parts of the country, right?
I know.
You know this.
I know.
Yeah.
Like my buddy who lives in Georgia. He told me, like, he called me on New Year's Day. He's like, I'm driving 2 hours because I heard there might be a place that has good. He's like, the food down there is fucking awesome.
terrible. I've said it 100 times. If I ever hit the millionaires, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, we're staying
Food
here.
wise,
Staying up here.
All right, so I got crab rangoon, I got Peking, and I got chicken teriyaki. I love my plate right now. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hit you with my childhood favorite thing ever. Like when my mom would order Chinese food on New Year's, I wouldn't eat anything except for pork strips.
I
Yeah,
love
but-
pork strips. And that
Boneless
is,
spare ribs, you're saying?
No, no, no.
No.
Pork strips.
Pork
Oh,
strips.
The red on those, dude.
let me tell you right
yeah.
now, that is right up there with lobster sauce for guys who have like,
Yeah, they're good.
they've smoked all the palate out of their mouth. Like, like I love them. And that was one of the things that we always got too.
Pork strips, they're again, talking about third round fucking steal of the draft.
Yes.
Pork strips. And then if you want to get, like, as an adult now, I'll take that fucking lobster sauce from Fitzy's house, throw it on the pork strips, and go to fucking town.
This is the.
Yeah.
I can just tell you this right now.
Yeah.
I know what we're ordering for the party. 'Cause we're getting Chinese food.
So you took chicken.
Chicken wings, chicken lo mein,
Lo mein.
egg rolls, and pork strips.
So I'm going to go chicken chow mein
Okay.
with the dry noodles.
Yep.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like chicken chow mein
Yes.
and dry noodles on top. That's fucking. I like that.
I ordered chicken chow mein on accident one time, thinking I was getting lo mein. Highly disappointed, ate it anyway.
Yeah.
it was
What'd you
fucking
think
good.
though?
Oh, it's good. It's very
I love
good.
it.
But I was like, fuck. Literally, like, you ever see the meme with like Spider-Man where they're all pointing
Yeah,
at each
yeah,
other?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I don't know which one it is. It's a total guess.
Yeah.
And I ordered chow mein, and I was like, wrong one.
That's a big my family thing.
Yeah.
My family would, and my next pick is, and I'm sure you're not going to pick it. My next pick is a big family thing too.
I'm probably not going to pick it because I need a side now. I mean, I've got sides, but I need like a non. I need like a rice type of dish. I need something like that to accent this. You took chicken lo mein.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So lo mein's out.
Chow mein's aside.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't need it. I'm just saying I'm going to take one to round out my dish.
Yeah.
I'm going pan fried noodles.
Yeah.
You ever have pan fried noodles? They're fucking great, especially when you're hammered out of your
Sure
mind.
have.
Like it's like they're just like endless carbs of like just bad
The skinny ones?
carbs. I like the ones that aren't.
Udon.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that are like a nest, like a burnt nest. Sometimes they do that. Like, I like the ones that are like it's just a fucking thing of noodles and it's just good.
Hit
It's
the
got
flat
nothing
top.
else to it. It's just noodles, put some whatever sauce you want on there. I like that. All right, you're up.
I'm going. This is my last pick.
I believe so.
I'm going to, dude, by the way, this is how good we are. This was off the cuff. Nothing
Yeah.
was written down.
Oh, yeah.
No, I never even thought of it.
And we are trash people because we love Chinese food this much.
My favorite.
I'm going dessert. And I know you've never been. I just talked about All Seasons. All Seasons has a fried green tea ice cream.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna say one thing.
Dude,
Please talk.
what? We're turning a new leaf.
Yeah.
Turning a new leaf.
That hot yoga's working.
It's fucking great. Fried green tea and ice cream. It comes out. First off, I have no idea what green tea is. I know I do green tea shots. I did 100 of them last night.
No idea.
No clue what green
Other
tea
than
is.
an Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, dude. I would never know how to order it or buy it at Stop and Shop. Green tea ice cream, fried green tea ice cream from All Seasons will blow your dick off. It is so good. It's a mind fuck because it's hot and cold.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the flavor of this thing is out of this world. I highly suggest to anybody that's listening, you want to go spend your annuity at All Seasons because it is expensive. Please end your night with the fried green tea ice cream.
Love it.
I gotta go there. Last one, egg foo young.
Ooh!
You just
How
did I
fucking miss that?
you
Another-
just jumped over two people in reverse dunk.
I
Yeah.
forgot all about Egg Foo Young.
It's another family one.
Yeah,
that,
dude. Well, I haven't
that my
had it
family
since
used
my
to-
mom was alive.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I have not ordered it since probably my father died.
I remember laughing like when my mom would order that.
Yeah, it's funny to
fucking
hear.
hilarious word.
Yeah.
Egg
Yeah.
Foo Young.
Yeah, it's funny to hear. It's funny to
Egg
hear.
Foo Young.
It's
Yeah.
right up there with cream of some young guy.
All right, I got one more, right?
Yeah.
By the way, my brain's been working at
Egg
like.
Foo Young, dude.
I'd
Well
say
played.
my brain usually spins at like 98.
Yeah, it's
Not
lagging.
quite, Joey. I'm in the 70s right
Yeah.
now. They're like, is he done? Is his career done? Like,
We're watching
fucking done?
digital TV. You're tiling.
Yeah.
now.
Like I'm coming in and out. Like, yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with boneless spare ribs. I love boneless spare ribs. They got it's kind of like the sentimental thing, right? It's like my mother
Yeah,
always
same thing,
orders
yeah.
those, right?
Yeah.
My mother, by the way, if my mother was here, she would say she loves Mongolian beef. She'd go, they're the best Mongolian beef. Oh, I have a fucking fantastic story really quick.
So Mandarin has a great Mongolian beef. In
Do
Redding.
they?
Great.
I'm gonna go get it for my mother
Yes.
because she loves Mongolian beef.
Yes.
My mother loves Mongolian beef.
It's something you never thought you'd say.
Anyways, so I don't know if you know this. This is the last story, and then we'll go to the Patreon. So, but before Tess went to MC, she was at the middle school. My mother was a teacher for years at the school, right? I had my mother in class before, right? So she was a teacher. I didn't have her as my regular teacher, but like my friends did. Now, back when we were kids were respectful, and my mother she suffers no fools, as I've said before. She's not gonna fucking take your shit.
Now we're living in the new world.
Yeah. So when Tess was there, it was
Anthony-
kind of a nightmare for her
Anthony
because
Oliver.
yeah, exactly. They didn't like my mom because they'd be like, your grandmother sucks. Because it's
terrible.
tough because she's like,
Yeah.
she loves her grandmother. My
Yeah.
mother is she's not a hard ass. She's really fair.
She's how she should
She's
be.
how all our mothers were.
Yes.
Right. So Addie goes into school, first day of 7th grade. Who's her teacher? My mother, right?
No.
Now, she thought she was going to have her for like 4 months. It turns out she's only going to have her for a couple days. My mother, what's the first thing she does? She calls some kid whose name is like Aislinn, calls the kid Asian, and then he's like, you can't even read. Like, get your glasses adjusted. Boom, office. Boom, office.
Yeah.
3 to the office immediately.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking bullshit. Like, she's like Coach Norm Deal in Hoosiers. She's coming out there just fucking
Whipping chairs.
Yeah, just fucking telling the parents to get out of the practice. Like,
Yeah.
no fucking bullshit, right? She's like, these kids are the fucking worst. I'm like, because they don't have any fucking like repercussions
Structure,
anymore.
yeah.
You would worry that you might like either your parents were gonna find out they were gonna beat the shit out of you, or your
That's not
principal
gonna happen
or your
nowadays.
principal
No.
might beat the shit out of you.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of people down the line that could potentially hurt you. Right?
Absolutely.
Now it's like, just say whatever you want because it don't matter.
Yeah, no one cares.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so shout out to the real ones left. By the way, my mom's 75. She's just down there fucking tossing kids out of
Love
class.
it.
I love
Beat
it.
it. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it.
Heading to the Patreon.
Head to the Patreon. Like we said, hey, thank you guys for listening. Right, we're having a blast doing this. And
I do have a very good story about the wedding that I was in last night.
I have a feeling the Patreon might be as long as the show.
For the Patreon, so if you're interested in hearing about it, sign on up.
All right, peace.